Floyd Mayweather has recently obliterated Jake Paul for battling 58-year-old Mike Tyson. The eagerly awaited confrontation between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson is quickly shutting in with November not far off anyway. Apparently, Jake's mom isn't completely persuaded of her child's possibilities in the ring. Jake himself revealed that his mother is profoundly worried for his security, subsequent to watching a couple of clasps of Tyson's extraordinary preparation for the expert session in regards to whether his family will be available in person. Paul expressed, "They will be there, yet my mother is exceptionally terrified, really. She continues to inquire as to whether I'm prepared, inquiring as to whether I'm prepared, and disliking this one. Mike simply looks unnerving and enormous. His Instagram recordings look insane, so." She resembles observing all of that, disliking the choice to defer the battle from its unique July 20th date. Just energized the strain among fans who were at that point fuming with disappointment. The delay added to an all-around unpredictable environment where feelings were running high from the outset. Jake doesn't comprehend the reasoning of the pundits, he said. "I don't get it by any means. However, I likewise don't comprehend individuals overall, like individuals are stupider than a container of rocks. I don't anticipate that they should comprehend battling or gain insight or the distinction to step into the ring with a legend. These individuals presumably don't actually have any idea what honor is, or regard, or energy, or doing unbelievable. And the way that Netflix is involved, the way that Mike Tyson believes it should be a star battle on the off chance that Uncle Mike is down, so am I." Boxing devotees are humming with hypothesis about whether the enthusiastically anticipated standoff between famous heavyweight Mike Tyson and virtual entertainment sensation Jake Paul will at any point come around. Tyson's new well-being mishaps and different obstacles have created a shaded area of uncertainty, causing the battle's acknowledgement to appear to be progressively dubious. The two allies and naysayers were upset by Mike Tyson ulcer discharge up, which constrained the first session date to be rescheduled. In spite of downsizing his preparation routine on physician's instructions, Tyson paused for a minute to thank his fans for remaining by him all through his recuperation process. "I need to thank my fans all over the planet for their help and understanding during this time," Tyson made sense of. Even with his new well-being challenge, Tyson didn't keep down and conveying a wild admonition to Jake Paul with steady trust. In his capacity to return to his superb, Tyson left, most likely that Paul was going to confront serious results. "Jake Paul, this might have delayed, yet in the end you will in any case be thumped endlessly out of boxing for good," he pronounced. By the by, despite the fact that some in the boxing local area don't figure the match will occur, Tyson's comments have quite recently expanded the fervor encompassing it. Previous boxing champion and current examiner Shah Dorman feels a little wary about the probability of the battle truly occurring on his digital broadcast. Watchmen scrutinize the rationale behind a Tyson and Paul matchup, contending that it doesn't make any sense, even according to a monetary viewpoint. Watchman said that he would rather not be the unlucky messenger, yet all things considered, we won't at any point see Tyson get in the ring with Paul. Dorman questions have infused new vulnerability into an occasion previously buried in discussion. However, the battle stays on the schedule. Fans are left addressing whether this much advertised generational confrontation will truly happen. In the meantime, the vagabond ruler has voiced his energy about Tyson's revisitation of the ring. Tyson Rage's Instagram story seems to have planned out. Still, the post had a brief and clear message: "Can hardly hold back to see the remarkable person with boxing gloves again composed. The Wanderer Lord." The story, intro with a post from Most Important Advancements, highlighted a clasp of Mike Tyson pronouncing, "Assuming you believe I'm excessively old for this battle, you really want to come, let me know in front of me." He was answering Mike Mock's solicitation. The rash co. Have was enthusiastic for the most youthful heavyweight champion in history to defy the cynics who kept on scrutinizing his ability against a fundamentally more youthful opponent. As reports arose about Mike Tyson consistently getting back to his preparation routine, fans saw him releasing his full fierceness on Jake Paul. During a new public interview only a couple of days earlier, Tyson showed up on the arrangement of Indiscreet with Logan Paul and Mike Mock, where the discussion unavoidably went to their forthcoming session. In spite of his 58 years, Tyson conveyed a harsh admonition to doubters, questioning his capacity to take on a more youthful hybrid fighter. Strangely, a month after Tyson's conflict with Paul, Tyson Wrath will prepare for his profoundly expected rematch with Alexander Usyk. A couple of preparing activities and statements from the digital broadcast and a public interview were remembered for the Video, hello, tune in. When I get this person, it will be going near yet. When I get this person, it will be absolutely over, said a certain Mike Tyson at the presser. Anyway, the issue kid answered in the video, too. The Ohio local highlighted a convincing point while his opponents habitually take punches at him, the result stays steady. They all end up crushed. He unhesitatingly anticipated that this example would persevere. Come November 15th, in a new webcast, Iron Mike brought up that the vital distinction among him and Paul's past challengers is their absence of trepidation, dissimilar to them. He owned up to a certifiable anxiety toward what the issue kid could bring to the ring. Since its declaration, the Tyson-Paul session has been under weighty examination. Past the undeniable age hole between the warriors, many are worried about Tyson's delayed non-attendance from the ring after his February conflict with Tommy. Rage Paul proceeded with his vocation by engaging another previous UFC star, Nate Diaz. Yet his next two adversaries were fighters both Andre Auguste and Ryan Borland, who at 35 had been out of the game for a huge period. Pundits have rushed to feature these variables as possible issues after the prior Tyson session was deferred. Paul ventured into the ring with exposed knuckle fighter Mike Perry in spite of certain reservations. Nisa Badarian, a nearby partner of Jake Paul and prime supporter of most significant advancements, stressed that the matchup is especially legitimate because of their age contrast, given that Tyson hasn't participated in proficient battles since resigning in 2005. There have been serious concerns in regards to his well-being. UFC welterweight Stephen Wonderboy Thompson figures Tyson could flaw his noteworthy expert record. He told TalkSport MMA, at this age, I don't figure he ought to be taking any harm or harming his inheritance. I figure it could harm his heritage since supposing that he gets beaten by Jake Paul, that is what he could be recollected by. I grew up watching Mike Tyson, knowing how hazardous and great he was. Nevertheless, this could harm his heritage. Thompson went on by saying that the battle is simply him being made the most of for monetary profit, and encouraged him to adhere to fighting. He proceeded, assuming that I was near Mike Tyson, I'd be letting him know this. There is a lot of hazard. Many individuals see dollar signs and not keeping their contender fit and solid. They figure we can ring in cash off of you. He is the one making the penance. He is finding real success, and he doesn't need to battle Jake Paul. He doesn't need to demonstrate anything. Mike has been sharing successive preparation classes, uncovering that his unbelievable power stays in one piece. However, presently it appears in more limited, more dangerous explodes, not entirely settled to stop Paul's ongoing flood in the ring by winning through knockout. Tyson said, I'm extremely ready to take out Jake Paul. I'm exceptionally prearranged. I had a little misfortune. I became ill, yet I feel great. I'm prepared. I will do my discussion and I will talk my yet. I'm prepared to battle. Thompson added, definitely, you're looking good, yet you could get some working. Perhaps get some work and say some fighting. You are 58, so nothing weighty. A competing to take care of that seriousness and battling beast that is within you. Given his adversary's actual prime and Tyson's various clinical worries, Paul has a decent possibility taking him out. Furthermore, Joe Rogan, as of late, said something regarding the session during a talk with Russell Crowe, while Rogan voiced worries about Tyson's actual state. He likewise gave Jake Paul a harsh admonition in regards to a particular component of the battle. Not many fighters have at any point paired the sheer threat radiated by Mike Tyson at his pinnacle. Tyson was a juggernaut, ingraining fear in his rivals. With a demeanor of unassailable strength, time anyway has continued on, and presently he remains against a three-challenger many years his lesser. Even with extraordinary preparation and planning, there's a mounting sense that Tyson could end up dominated by this more youthful adversary who once stunned crowds as virtual entertainment sensation. Crowe shared a confident standpoint for the Warriors, included stressing their security and wishing them a match liberated from wounds. While perceiving the exhibition encompassing the occasion, he communicated a craving for the session to rise above the carnival-like environment and wanted for a veritable first-rate presentation from the two contenders, unsullied by any damage.